Class 11th, Subject Physics, 7th chapter, Thermal Properties of Matter. Thermal Properties of Matter. From this chapter, let us see numericals from exercise. Numericals from exercise. Let us see numerical number 9, which is stated as a gas at 900 degrees Celsius is cooled until both its pressure and volume are halved. Calculate its final temperature. So for this numerical number 9, the given data is temperature T1 equal to 900 degrees Celsius, which is equal to 900 plus 273.15 in terms of Kelvin, which comes out to be 1173.15 Kelvin. 1173.15 Kelvin. Then pressure P2 is equal to P1 by 2. Similarly, volume V2 is equal to V1 by 2, because both pressure and volume are halved, and we have to find out final temperature T2. We know the ideal gas equation, that is as PV is equal to nRT. Therefore, we can write P1 V1 equal to nRT1 and P2 V2 equal to nRT2. Taking ratio of T2 by T1, nR will get cancelled, and we will get T2 by T1 equal to P2 by P1 into V2 by V1. But P2 by P1 and V2 by V1 are 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Therefore, we can write 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, which comes out to be 1 by 4. And therefore, as T2 by T1 equal to 1 by 4, therefore T2 will be equal to T1 into 1 by 4, which is equal to 1173.15, that is value of T1 into 1 by 4, which comes out to be 293.29 Kelvin. 293.29 Kelvin. This will be the final temperature T2. Now let us see numerical number 10, which is given as an aluminium rod and iron rod show 1.5 meter difference in their lengths when heated at all temperatures. What are their lengths at 0 degrees Celsius if coefficient of linear expansion of aluminium is 24.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius, and for iron it is 11.9 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius. And therefore, for this numerical number 10, the difference in lengths of both the rods at all temperatures is equal to 1.5 meter. So at all temperatures, the difference in their lengths equal to 1.5 meter. Then coefficient of linear expansion alpha Al, that is for aluminium, is 24.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius, and coefficient of linear expansion for iron alpha I is equal to 11.9 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius. We have to find out their original lengths at 0 degrees Celsius temperature, that is L0I and L0AL equal to question mark. Now, the difference between the lengths, that is change in length for T degrees Celsius and 0 degrees Celsius temperature for both the rods will be given as, let us see first for iron rod, LTI minus L0I equal to alpha I into L0I into T minus T0. Similarly, for aluminium rod, LTAL minus L0AL will be equal to alpha AL into L0AL into T minus T0. Then we are given LTI minus L0I. LTI minus L0I is equal to LTAL minus L0AL, that is the difference between their lengths at all temperatures is given, and it will be given. So at all temperatures we are having LTI minus L0I equal to LTAL minus L0AL. Therefore we can write, therefore from this first equation, as LTI minus L0I is equal to LTAL minus L0AL, therefore this T minus T0 will get cancelled from this, and therefore we will get alpha I L0I must be equal to alpha AL into L0AL, that is alpha I L0I equal to alpha AL L0AL, or L0I upon L0AL. Taking ratio of these two lengths, we will get alpha AL upon alpha I. Putting the values, we will get 24.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon 11.9 into 10 raised to minus 6, which comes out to be L0I upon L0AL equal to 24.5 upon 11.9. That is, it will be written as L0I equal to L0AL into 24.5 upon 11.9. Take it as equation 1. But we are having the difference between the lengths at all temperatures equal to 1.5, that is L0I minus L0AL equal to 1.5. L0I minus L0AL equal to 1.5. Let it be equation number 2 from equation 1 and 2. So from 1 and 2, putting the value of L0I from this relation, that is L0I equal to L0AL plus 1.5, we can write L0AL plus 1.5 equal to 24.5 upon 11.9 into L0AL. Therefore, we can write 1.5 equal to this L0AL will be shifted to RHS. Therefore, we will get 24.5 divided by 11.9 L0AL minus L0AL. Taking L0AL common, we will get 1.5 equal to 24.5 upon 11.9 minus 1 into L0AL, and therefore we can write 1.5 equal to 24.5 minus 11.9 upon 11.9. Simplifying this, we will get into L0AL. Therefore L0AL will be equal to 11.9 into 1.5 divided by 24.5 minus 11.9. That comes out to be 11.9 into 1.5 upon 12.6, which comes out to be 1.4167 meter, and this is the required length for aluminium rod at 0 degrees Celsius temperature. Now L0I will be calculated as L0AL plus 1.5, and which comes out to be 1.4167 plus 1.5, which is equal to 2.9167 meter. 2.9167 meter. This will be the required length for iron rod at 0 degree Celsius temperature. Then let us go for next numerical, that is numerical number 11, which is stated as, what is the specific heat of a metal if 50 calorie of heat is needed to raise 6 kilogram of the metal from 20 degrees Celsius to 62 degrees Celsius. And therefore for this numerical number 9, given data is heat energy Q is equal to 50 calorie, mass M is equal to 6 kilogram, initial temperature T1 equal to 20 degrees Celsius, final temperature T2 equal to 62 degrees Celsius, and we have to find out specific heat capacity S. Now we know that the quantity of heat absorbed Q is equal to Ms into T2 minus T1. ms into T2 minus T1, and therefore S will be equal to Q upon m into T2 minus T1. Q upon m into T2 minus T1. Putting the values, we will get 50 upon 6 into 62 minus 20, which comes out to be 50 upon 6 into 42. 50 upon 6 into 42, and therefore S will be equal to 25 upon 126. 25 upon 126, which comes out to be 0.1984 calorie per kilogram per degree Celsius. So this will be the specific heat, that is 0.1984 calorie per kilogram per degree Celsius. Now let us see next numerical, that is numerical number 12, which is stated as the rate of flow of heat through a copper rod with temperature difference 30 degrees Celsius is 1500 calorie per second. Find the thermal resistance of copper rod. And therefore for this numerical number 12, given data is temperature difference T1 minus T2 is 30 degrees Celsius. Q by T, that is heat rate, will be equal to 1500 calorie per second, and we have to find out thermal resistance RT. We know the formula for thermal resistance RT, that is equal to T1 minus T2 upon Q by T. T1 minus T2 upon Q by T. Putting the values, we will get 30 upon 1500. 30 upon 1500, which comes out to be 0.02 degree Celsius second per calorie. Degree Celsius second per calorie, that is 0.02 degree Celsius second per calorie. It is the thermal resistance. Now let us see numerical number 13, which is given as in electric kettle takes 20 minutes to heat a certain quantity of water from 0 degrees Celsius to its boiling point. It requires 90 minutes to turn all the water at 100 degrees Celsius into steam. Find the latent heat of vaporization if specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram per degree Celsius. And therefore for this numerical number 13, the given data is T1 is equal to 20 minutes, T2 is equal to 90 minutes, specific heat of water S is equal to 1 calorie per gram per degree Celsius, then temperature T1 is equal to 0 degrees Celsius, T2 will be equal to 100 degrees Celsius, and we have to find out the latent heat of vaporization LV. Latent heat of vaporization LV. So Q1, in the first step, Q1 will be equal to ms into T2 minus T1. Q1 equal to ms into T2 minus T1, that will be equal to m into 1 into 100, that is equal to 100 m calorie per gram. 100 m calorie per gram, this is the value of Q1. Now Q2 will be equal to m into LV. Q2 will be equal to m into LV, which will be written as Q1 upon 20 into 90. Q1 upon 20 into 90. Now, as the source supplies energy at constant rate, therefore we can write Q2 by 90 must be equal to Q1 by 20. Q2 by 90 must be equal to Q1 by 20. Therefore, Q2 is equal to 9 by 2 Q1. Q2 will be equal to 9 by 2 Q1, which comes out to be 4.5 Q1. So Q2 is equal to 4.5 Q1. Therefore, MLV, that is Q2, will be equal to 4.5 into 100 m. 4.5 into 100 m. will get cancelled, and therefore LV, that is latent heat of vaporization, will be equal to 450 calorie per gram. 450 calorie per gram, which is the required answer. Now Let us go for next numerical, that is numerical number 14, which is given as find the temperature difference between the sides of a steel plate 4 cm thick when heat is transmitted through the plate at the rate of 400 kilocalorie per minute per square meter at steady state. Thermal conductivity of steel is 0.026 kilocalorie per meter per second per Kelvin. And therefore, for this numerical number 14, the given data is Q by AT, that is rate of heat flow per unit area per unit time, Q by AT equal to 400 kilocalorie per minute per meter square, which will be written in terms of kilocalorie per second per meter square as 400 by 60, which comes out to be 20 by 3 kilocalorie per second per meter square. Then x is given 4 centimeter, that distance between the sides 4 centimeter equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Then coefficient of thermal conductivity K is equal to 0.026 kilocalorie per meter second Kelvin, kilocalorie per meter per second per Kelvin, and we have to find out temperature difference T1 minus T2. Then the coefficient of thermal conductivity K is equal to Q by AT into X upon T1 minus T2. Q by AT into X upon T1 minus T2. Therefore, T1 minus T2 will be equal to Q by AT into X by K. Q by AT into X by K. Putting the values, we will get T1 minus T2 equal to 20 by 3 into 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 upon 0.026, which comes out to be 80 into 10 raised to minus 2 divided by 3 into 26 into 10 raised to minus 3. Simplifying this, we will get 800 upon 78. 800 upon 78, and therefore T1 minus T2 equal to 10.26 degrees Celsius. 10.26 degrees Celsius. This will be the required temperature difference. And now let us go for next numerical, that is numerical number 15, which is given as a metal sphere cools from 80 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius in 6 minutes. How much time will it take to cool from 60 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius if the room temperature is 30 degrees Celsius? And therefore, for this numerical number 15, given data is first cooling rate, that is dt by dt1, will be calculated as 80 minus 60 upon 6. 80 minus 60 upon 6, which comes out to be 20 by 6, that is 10 by 3 degrees Celsius per minute. 10 by 3 degrees Celsius per minute. Then room temperature T0 equal to 30 degrees Celsius. T0 equal to 30 degrees Celsius. Then T1 will be equal to 80 plus 60 upon 2. T1 equal to 80 plus 60 upon 2, which comes out to be 70 degrees Celsius. Similarly, T2 will be equal to 60 plus 40 upon 2. 60 plus 40 upon 2, that is 50 degrees Celsius. And we have to find out second rate of cooling, that is dt by dt2. dt by dt2. According to Newton's law of cooling, we have dt by dt equal to C into T minus T0, where C is the constant of proportionality. dt by dt equal to C into T minus T0. Applying this equation for two rate of cooling, that is dt by dt1 and dt by dt2, we can write for these two rate of cooling, dt by dt2 upon dt by dt1 will be equal to T2 minus T0 upon T1 minus T0. Putting the values, we will get equal to 50 minus 30 upon 70 minus 30. 50 minus 30 upon 70 minus 30. Therefore, dt by dt2 upon dt by dt1, this ratio comes out to be 20 by 40, that is equal to half. that is equal to half. Now if dt by dt2 upon dt by dt1 is equal to half, therefore we can write dt by dt2 equal to dt by dt1 into half. Dt by dt1 into half, that will be equal to dt by dt1 is 10 by 3. So 10 by 3 into half, 10 by 3 into half, which comes out to be 5 by 3. Which comes out to be 5 by 3, and this will be the second rate of cooling, that is dt by dt2 equal to 5 by 3.